2. Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. In this lesson, we shall discuss how did the socialism sow its seeds in Europe and later how it reached to its extreme phase in Russia and different moments of Russian Revolution, starting from their withdrawal from the World War I, February Revolution, October Revolution, and finally Stalin turning to be a dictator of Russia. All these aspects will be discussed in this unit deliberately. Now, let us move on to the introduction. The age of social change. Why is this called as the age of social change? We have discussed in the previous chapter the French Revolution. So, the French Revolution has been a base idea for all these people. Actually, when we saw the French Revolution itself has the society divided into various subdivisions. We saw the society has been divided into the rich, the poor, and the middle class people. But this is about the modern society. When we talk about the French society, we have clergy, we have nobles, and we have the third estate people. So the divisions of the people were very rigid at that point of time. But after the revolt happened, the governments which came to power completely changed or banned the discriminations. The special privileges were being wiped off for the estate 1 and the second estate, and all were brought under the single bracket of citizens. Some are categorized into passive and the active citizens, but still there are no special privileges basing on birth. So, taking inspiration from the French Revolution, many European and the Asian countries started to think on the lines of change. So, the French Revolution gave a driving spirit for the Asian and the European countries to have change in the society. That is the reason why it is known as the age of social change. And in the countries like even in India, where we have diversified cultures, but still Raja Ram Mohan Rai started to debate about the French Revolution and the post-revolution changes which brought changes in the society, not only in India but also in Europe and in Asia. Many other countries also started to draw the inspiration from the French Revolution. Some of the people who really want change but varied in the speed of the change that has to come are liberals, radicals, and conservatives. Liberals had a different view when it is compared to the radicals. Radicals were completely different from the conservatives and the liberals. But these words mean different in different time periods of revolutions. In this chapter, we shall discuss about the meanings of these words further next, finding out what is the relevance of this in coming to the socialism context. At that point of time, what was the thought process of the liberals and what did the radicals want and what did the conservatives want? So ultimately it shows for us that everybody wants some change in the society. That's the reason why it is rightly known as the age of social change. Now let's find out the meaning of the word liberals. According to the context of the age of social change in the socialism in Europe, what does the liberals want in Europe on a larger scale? The liberals want religious tolerance. All religions should be given equal respect. The states should not favor any particular religion. Why did the liberals express this view? Because in Britain, the government supported the Church of England. In Austria and in Spain, they favored the Catholic Church. So these are the official religions of the states at that time. So they want to have tolerance towards all the other religions also. So the liberals express the view of religious tolerance should be the main concern at the first priority. That's what they want when they mention to be liberal. They want the government to be liberal when it comes to the religious context. The government should not favor any particular religion. What it is actually doing in Britain as well as in Austria and in Spain. So they don't want that kind of backing up from the government to a particular religion. The second, what did they want? They want the rights, the individual rights of the people to be protected against the atrocities, against the authority of the government. The government always used to pressurize the people to do certain things. So the liberals do not want any pressure which curbs the rights of the individuals. They want the individual freedom to sustain, and the government should give helping hand to protect them and not to curb them. Representatives and elected parliamentarians. The liberals also want the representatives who are elected by the people and represent the people in the parliament, who would understand the real intention of what is a parliamentarian is. They would bring in the needs of the people into the house of the parliament. They want the issues to be debated in the parliament which are concerned with the people. So they want a truly elected people, the people's representatives, to be taken place of chairs in the parliament. And they want the laws to be interpreted by a well-trained judiciary, a well-educated person who was trained very well, a well-versed person who has undergone a systematic training would interpret the laws in the judiciary and make the laws which are fit to the society. They do not want anyone who doesn't have any law background to take over that positions at that point of time. They do not want anyone who is very close to the king or very close to the ruling person or the family would take over that position, who may not have any knowledge or any background from the law. So, and they did not want right to vote for all. They are completely against the universal adult franchise. They do not want to expand the right to vote for women also. They want the right to vote to be restricted only to the rich people, only to the property owned people. They do not want the rights to the poor people. They do not want rights to the women. So these are the brief needs or the demands of the liberals. The liberals had clear perspective on what are their requirements or what are their goals towards the society. First one, they want religious tolerance from the government. Second one, the government should protect the individual rights against the government's authority. Third, they should have representative and the elected parliamentarians to represent the people truly in the parliament. And these people are not democrats. Do not get confused with the word representatives, as it is very closely associated with the word democracy. They are not democrats, and they want a well-trained judiciary to interpret the laws. And finally, they do not acknowledge universal adult franchise. They do not want women to be brought under the bracket of giving right to vote. They do not want the poor people to vote. They want only the rich people to vote. These are the brief views of liberals.